And welcome back. So, welcome back to the Winds of Winter, ladies, gentlemen, and everyone in between. What the fuck happened last time?
Uh,
We're
I
shopping.
was just saying we spent half of it retroactively shopping for clothes.
Yep.
And clothes we did get.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. As furiously checks notes, everyone
hang on.
just
reading.
I had
The
to
first
start
thing I
in a
wrote-
Google Doc.
You had
It's
to
just
start
3
writing down the
paragraphs
Google
of-
Doc?
It got too long.
Oh my god.
Fair. Yeah, the first thing I wrote down was close contact blows.
Oh yeah,
That
Is
was
that the really
expensive
fancy one?
Yeah, that was
Or-
the
no,
expensive
yeah,
one.
Yep. Yep. The super fancy
they
clothing
call
store.
this
in
broke in 3 languages.
Yeah, basically.
Milan.
This pencil on the table called me broke. I don't know how to take that.
That's not a pencil, dear.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
it's
okay,
even worse.
whatever. No, when we got to stuff that was actually plot progression, we are booked on the Sky Sail with Captain Cross. I did write his real name down, but then I erased it because they kept calling him Cross, and they called him his real name again later, and I didn't write it back down. Whoops.
Oops.
That's fine. Don't talk to him about elven women. Man, I cannot read what I was writing. Holy shit.
Belle got new trauma about birds.
Oh yeah, birds.
Yes,
Birds.
Birds.
Yep, birds.
Let's
Scylla,
see.
Scylla needs to fuck shit up is the last thing I wrote down.
Yep.
Scylla went through some shit,
Yep. Scylla had a
As
bad
usual.
time.
as usual.
Yeah. What's new?
Yeah.
Also, there's weird druid shit in a valley. What the hell was that?
Weird druid shit in a valley. Yep. You guys
That's
also.
where the druid shit is.
You guys
Always.
also passed by a cloud
giant.
giant mage, who happened to be just fucking around with some stuff. And yeah, you battled some crows or ravens, some wild ravens.
Just had to be ravens.
And Scylla used said ravens' corpses to deal with her stuff, and you will have to figure out something for the next week of travel. But
Yeah.
you have about, well, we'll get into that because we finished off with the 7th day of travel starting.
Oh, I jumped off the boat.
I was
Huh?
gonna say, did Scylla or did Scylla not dive off the boat as a bird?
Oh yeah, that yeah.
I did a
we'll-
backflip.
Yeah, we'll get to
Further trauma, but
that. a little
fine.
retroactive. A little retroactive description. By the way, how's my sound? Am I coming through okay?
Yeah, you're
Do we have too much any background noise? That's like too bad because I've got my AC unit literally like right here. So
no, you're good.
all right, just making sure. So, it is the 7th day of travel. You are all awoken by a call from the deck of Land Ho, and even though you've been overland most of this entire time, it seems to be just a kind of force of habit formed from this being a seafaring vessel for most of its existence. Because yes, you have been you crossed over the majority of Taldore with this trip. You crossed over the Thorian Forest, the Cliff Keep Mountains, passed by Westron, and finally went over the Turst Fields to Whitestone. And now you are coming in, and the clouds are beginning to part. As you guys all kind of make your way to the deck for the final kind of like docking sequence, it's around like 10 a.m. Fall is slowly beginning to give way to winter at this point in the year. The morning is brisk, the air is cold, but not like uncomfortably so. It's just got a little bit of a chill to it. The air smells of wood and earth. You got a faint bit of sea salt. from the northern winds, and also a rather unidentifiable caustic citrusy odor that kind of just hangs in the air. It's very faint. It's about as faint as the sea breeze. So, oh, I lost you guys for a second. We all good?
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, it's about as faint as the sea breeze, but it's definitely there. As the clouds kind of part in this early morning, you get a beautiful view of the city. It's not quite as large as Amon by any means, but seems to be creeping up on an expansion of some kind. The Parchwood timberlands expand out beyond your visual range, and the city, as you look towards where there would be walls, there aren't, and instead are the city seems to be encircled by. Sorry, I'm just looking at a thing.
Unacceptable.
Oh yes, of course.
No, no.
There
All
aren't less so walls, but are stone obelisks that kind of poke out on the edges of the city. And then as you look kind of past those obelisks, there you begin to see walls that enclose the entirety of the city. From here, you see the sprawling cityscape, as well as two or three major things. One, a giant tree in the center of town, in a square, as well as an immense tower about just a little to the north of it. And then beyond that, you see what seems to be your target for this docking, a large towering castle kind of on the top of an inclined hill. You see white stone blocks all towered high into towers and spires. It's definitely a very Gothic style of abode. And you see a sort of what looks like built on in a more recent edition is a skyport. And as you are getting docked into this is about when Scylla backflips off of the edge of off of the edge of the boat, scares the hell out of Captain Cross, and turns into a bird, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, so bird. Yeah, bird. I'll start there actually. Scylla, as you kind of soar down, what do you do? Do you go flying somewhere, or are you just kind of just having some fun until your friends get off the boat, off the ship?
I think it's like I'm gonna use polymorph and have a bird's brain for like 2 seconds and just not think about some shit. So she's just like
Just being a bird.
She's chilling, just being a bird.
Okay, cool. Sounds good.
Tossing the
Bird's got a
shiny,
bird.
went after it, you know.
Just flittering around. Gotcha. Okay.
Mhm.
So Belle, Yvain, as the ship is in the docking process, Captain Cross comes up to you guys and says, "Well, we finished the first leg of our journey. This here be Whitestone. I've been in this part quite a few times, but never's been the same. Twice. Always something new every time we show up.
What's new this
Keep
time?
your eyes out. Anyway, we're here for 24 hours. We are here to resupply, recharge the stones that keep us aloft, and just get some rest on the nice solid ground. We have quarters arranged for you all in the on the castle grounds, which have been included in your tickets. There are options for tours of the city, as well as an option to just go freely explore. I believe downstairs they'll be able to explain that a little more. But for now, off with you. And he clomps off his wooden leg. So you guys head off of the gangplank and down this sort of like creaking clockwork style lift. You see your first immediate impression of this city. It's technologically very advanced. It seems that like everything around here has had some kind of tweak or mechanism added to make it slightly more automated. Instead of for instance, back in Iman there was a pulley system that was used where you saw Goliaths and half giants and large orcish individuals and dwarves all pulling on pulleys and pushing levers around. Here it's a fully automated system. Somebody just cranks a lever and you just start heading down in a very smooth way, and you get a beautiful view of kind of going through the clouds and descending onto the city of Whitestone. As you descend, you notice flittering around your shoulder, Yvain, a mid-sized bird, just kind of seemingly just kind of picking at your hair with its claws before settling in on the top of your head.
Elaine.
Yeah,
Just dead glare over at Belle.
but I'm pretty sure that's Scylla.
Alright. I'm gonna go pick it up.
Like if it's not, that'd be bizarre.
Oh,
You do notice that the tips of the wings seem to kind of fade into a black on
that
the
makes
feather.
more sense.
It's a white bird that seems to fade to black tips.
Yeah,
on
that
the
makes
wingtips.
sense. All the ones up top were black all the way through, not this way. Got it. Okay, cool. Did you all hear him say where we can drop these two off? And he pats Branch and Marguerite, who are on the lift with us.
Oh God, I forgot you brought your fucking.
I didn't. God damn it.
Oh my God, you brought your fucking horses.
I mean, if it's a castle, I'm pretty sure there's stables in a castle.
Right? Cool. I just figure they probably want to stay off of the boat with the rest of us.
The lift comes to a lurching halt as you reach the bottom level. You are now within the castle grounds, and actually, I'll leave that for a minute. By the way, is everyone on Roll20? Or
Yes.
did we forget that a little bit?
I got logged out.
If anyone wants to see the map, it's not a huge deal. It's just if you want to see the map, it's there.
If you want to see where Mac's gonna try and murder us in surprise this time.
So yeah, you have now entered the castle grounds via the, vertically. And you look around, it is a beautiful grounds. It is well manicured. There are lawns that stretch out in different directions. There are several different gardens. There is one area that seems walled off in the garden with there seems to be a guard standing outside of it, but beyond that, it seems like there's a sort of free open kind of concept here. There are there's a pathway that leads what you would assume to be to the front gates of the castle that leads around the side. You all are currently you assume in the back side of the castle, or on the back side of the castle on the northernmost side. As you guys exit the lift, you immediately see a small desk, like a sort of table, just sat out on the lawn with a individual sat behind it in armor and just sort of hard to say casual armor, but definitely looks official in some kind. They have a quill in their hand and they just seem to be scratching on a piece of parchment paper, and they notice you all get off the lift and they kind of sit up and throw on that customer service smile. And you see on their little table there is a small sign that says check-ins. So what would you guys like to do?
Walk right up, to it.
Okay.
Hello. We're part of the passenger crew on the Sky Sail. We're supposed to be.
Oh, right. Allow me to just check. Any. They pull out. They're a fair-haired elf, light kind of almond skin, greenish eyes. Not really sure, male or female. Kind of seems to be androgynous. They pull out like a slim little notebook and kind of flip through it. Right. That would be a group of 3 individuals. That's Belbin Elderberry, Scylla Stone, and Yvain Stoneflower. Gotcha. Anyway,
Yep.
I only
Scylla's the
see
bird
2.
right now. Top of her head.
Right. Well, I guess everyone's a passenger, aren't they? Even pets.
Yep. Exactly.
Right. Well, there will be, I guess, a spare bed in your rooms. I suppose, if
all right.
that matters to you.
Nope.
Well then, welcome to the city of Whitestone. My name is Andreas. I am the check-in officer for the day. I am the captain of the Pale Guard here. If there is anything that you need while you are here in Whitestone, find any member of the Pale Guard and they will surely be able to assist you in any way that you might need assistance. I don't know how much your captain may have informed you about your options here, but you have quarters already set aside for you with in the castle grounds. Of course, they're not in the castle, obviously, but we do have small quarter houses on a bit of the outskirts of the grounds. You will have to stay with. You will need to stay within the castle grounds for the evening. There is a curfew. It is 11:30 in the evening, which is what time the castle gates close to outsiders. To non-residents, I should say. I should not use the word outsiders. As an option, we do offer tours of the city. We have a member of the Pale Guard standing by to act as a tour guide for you, as well as a system where you are given freedom to roam about the city for the time that you are on layover here with us. Which of the 2 options, which would you prefer? The tour usually does take most, if not all, of the day. You'd probably be back here around sundown if you left within the next hour. And as far as exploration, curfew's 11:30. The choice is yours, though.
You're right.
Yeah, she lays down.
I'm
The
gonna be
bird
honest with you.
goes.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't really care about most of the things they'll probably show us on the tour. There is a bakery that I want to go to, and that is basically the end of my list. So
Oh my god, is it the Slayer's take?
Someone switch out.
cake. Slayer's
Cake.
cake.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
I want cake.
No, I've heard of it. Yeah.
So am I. Very excited about it. If you guys want to see the rest of the city, though, we could do the whole tour thing. That's totally fine.
No, we don't need tours.
Free roam.
Right. Excellent. And they reach into like a small drawer that is on the table and pull out a small pouch. They open it, rifle around inside it, and pull out 3, and then realizing that there are only 2 of you, put 1 back and say, right, these are tokens, and he hands 1 to each of you. These allow you to re-enter the castle grounds, to stay for and to re-enter the castle grounds where residents are permitted. There are public areas of the castle grounds, as well as private areas for residents, as well as even further private areas for the governing family who reside here. So you will have there's that's level 1, level 2, and level 3 clearance. These tokens give you access to level 2 clearance, which you will need to return once you re-enter the castle grounds. Otherwise, we will not be able, if you do not return these tokens to us, you will not be able to enter the castle grounds. You will not be able to get back on your ship the next day, and you will have to find another way to get yourselves to your destination. So these are very important. Is that clear?
Scylla, maybe stop being a bird and get your token.
She just falls out. It's fine.
Oh,
Just goes behind Yvain and just pops out like she was there the whole time.
oh, so there is 3 of you. Oh,
Yeah.
Did you really believe the bird was? Oh, that's just a bird.
druids. Pulls out a 3rd token, hands each of you a token. Right. So again, if you'd like the tour, it will be available. You might not quite have as much time, but it is still an option. Just feel free to let us know. Here are the keys. You will receive the keys to your room when you return the tokens.
That makes sense.
Would you like your belongings taken to your rooms?
Yes.
Yes.
Right.
Please and thank you.
They take the belongings and your horses. I assume you'd like them stabled.
If you wouldn't mind, that'd be fantastic.
Not at all. Not
They
at
are
all.
also people.
Of course.
They are not also people.
Wait, hold on.
Nope.
No, those are
I'm
horses.
getting some mixed signals here.
In a
Treat them
shocking
like
twist, Scylla's lying this time.
All right. Well, he kind of signals over, and a couple of guards in similar garb to his. You see, the Pale Guard seem to have a uniform that consists of black trousers, a sort of dark, deep purple shirt, and a sort of caustic green emblem on the chest. However, the rest of their armor seems to be more personalized to themselves. It's just the black shirt, the black trousers, white shirt, or purple shirt, green emblem, and those seem to be the Pale Guard. But a couple of them come over, grab your bags, start trotting back to the castle. Some more come over and grab your horses to be stabled. And Andreas says, one final thing. Pulls out 3 maps. These are maps of the city, and they have special points of interest along the among all the stops on the tour. I would well, here you are. And they hand you this. You all see Whitestone, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. So the maps that you are given do not include the Eastern Ruins. So 11 is not included on there as a point of interest. It's still there, it still exists, but they don't highlight it.
Yeah.
As well as the number 5, that is not highlighted either, and you guys don't see that. So yeah, that is that. But you are all given the tokens, you are all given the maps, and you are all, he says, right, so the gates are just down this pathway, and welcome to the city of Whitestone. Enjoy your stay, don't cause any trouble, and we'll hopefully see you back here tonight.
You will.
Thank you.
Of course. A wonderful day. Goes back to scratching on their parchment. All right.
I liked being a bird. It was fun.
There's
They're
a
not
lot.
smart. They're not smart. It's just like 0 going on up here. It's great.
It's all right. Neither are we. Oh,
Uppies.
He's-
Belle, have you been here?
yeah, I've passed through very briefly before, but it was more in sort of a looping stop, so I don't really know a whole lot about what's going on here. It's a little cold for my taste, honestly. I know it's not that far away from home, but home is also a tick cold for my taste about half the year. So
It feels amazing. I love it
yeah,
here.
okay. Whatever you say.
So, you're the navigator. You steer me.
All right, forward. Left. Nope, right. Shit, this is upside down. Hang on. Okay, we're going this way. And if I am being left to navigate, I am navigating us directly to point of interest number 8 on the map.
Okay.
We know.
So you guys head down this winding trail that leads down a decline. You see to your left, as you look over, there seems to be a space of the parchwood that has been flattened out and devoid of like bereft of trees, and there are seemingly like what look to be the wreckage of buildings or like ruins of buildings, half completed, not fully together, but it roll and what kind of check do I want to make you guys do for this? Roll a now insight check. Roll an insight check for me, guys.
13.
10.
This time we got a
Killa.
7.
Okay. So Belle. It's like wreckage, or not wreckage because nothing's wrecked. But it's ruins, but nothing's ruined. But nothing's finished. Oh, they were probably trying to make an expansion out here for the city, but for some reason it just never got finished. Or yeah, it just seemed to be abandoned. That's what you see out to your left. On your right side is just parchwood, thick forest for as far as you can see, and it is like you cannot see more than like 2 or 3 trees deep. It is thick trees. You wind your way to the bottom of this little decline path, and immediately on your left, as you're declining, you see you're heading towards this immense tower. And as you look up to the top of the tower, you see a clock. It is a majestic clock tower that stands proud and tall over the city. It has, let me see if I can actually find oh god, I thought I had a photo of it.
No photo, just brain.
Yeah, really.
Think about the one in Prague. Kind of like that.
Sort of. Yeah, it's, you know what? Hold on. I'm gonna do this. I'm going to do this. I'm gonna find it. It is.
You all know what that does?
What does?
That.
It's a. I don't know what that is. A clock, maybe?
This This is what it looks like.
Could be a big sundial with numbers on it for reasons unknown.
This is what it looks like. It is
Oh shit! First you got to work. What the fuck?
It is immense. It is a stunning image of mechanics and architecture and clockwork, and the more you look at it, the more you see. There seems to be different sculptures that are spaced along different parts of it, and you could swear that if you look long enough, you can see them slowly moving. It almost as if they were in super slow motion, going through the motions of something, and you see at the top a large skeletal form, one-eyed, holding a book just below the second clock face, or just above the second clock face. Yeah, so as there's a square that surrounds it with several houses and buildings. There are very, very nice houses around here, but that is the first thing you pass. If at any point along this trip you would like to stop, pause, look at something, do something, please just say the word, let me know. Don't hesitate to interrupt me.
Sure.
So yeah.
You guys know what that's all about?
Oh.
I'm unclear on what the circles are, but you know what the whole thing there is?
There's a skeleton. I'm
There's
not from this continent. I would like to point out once again.
Right, and it didn't happen on this continent, but
Have I heard of the clock?
Oh,
The Heart of Whitestone?
Yeah.
Make a history check.
I'm just assuming I know the general story.
Oh,
behind
you know
it.
the general story of the Whispered One.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
His attack and Vox Machina. 14? Nope.
I don't have a clue, Belle. It's really pretty though.
Yeah. So I don't know what those circly bits do. There's numbers on them for some reason. But there's a crazy white-haired man that lives up in that castle, I think. He might be dead. I'm not sure. There was a crazy white-haired man that lives up in that castle that was part of a group of other crazy people that went and fought a god, not a god. Unclear on that one. Anyway, Vasselheim's got a new fixture because of it, so it's a whole thing.
That's
The
like a
Purple
really
Man,
scary
the fancy
image.
Purple Man. He's involved with them.
Yeah, Kilmore.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Interesting.
Yvain knows about Grog Strongjaw. Does she know about Vox Machina then?
You have a general idea of who they were. They were a band of heroes, of which Grog was a member and your favorite. Like they're the
yeah.
Avengers. They're the Avengers, basically. Like they're superheroes.
Right.
Yeah. Grog Strongjaw was running with them. I know him. So
Yeah, big guy.
What
Yeah.
level of wild mount child would know about this? I don't think so.
Yeah, it's not really part of Wildmount's history.
Yeah, I don't know.
so these people
I
like
don't know.
saved the fucking world at one point.
Yeah.
It's just incredible.
I mean, haven't like a lot of people saved the world at one point?
They're the most recent ones.
They
as
don't.
far as
Not
I know.
everyone gets a tower.
Well, yeah, because a lot of them die and aren't rich afterwards. So
Hmm.
I
The
think
heroes
crazy
I know
white-haired
ended up
fucko-
like studying after they saved the world, so I don't.
That sounds boring. Yeah, the crazy white-haired man built this fucking thing.
What was his name again?
Uh,
Uh,
I mean, Mac, odds that Bell knows this one offhand.
Give me a.
I know it, but
Yeah, give me a history check.
okay.
It's a 50-50. You got a 50-50 shot.
Oh, great. 4.
Herbert, I think.
Uh,
Herbert
Herbert Marco, the rolling bolo of Whitestone.
Herbert Bolo.
Is- Herbert,
Oh yeah, the Debolos. Yeah.
Yeah.
is
Hello,
there
I
a
am
plaque
Bolo.
somewhere on the tower?
Is it what?
Is there a plaque somewhere on the
Do
tower?
you head into the square?
Yeah, I'll go look.
Okay, so you head in. You walk past a sign that says Forlington Square, and a small plaque underneath that on that sign. But if you just head straight to the tower, yes, there is a plaque on the near the bottom. It says in
Does it say
common.
Herbert?
No, on it in common it says dedicated to the Lady Vexalia, Baroness of the Third House of Whitestone, Grand Mistress of the Grey Hunt. And then in quotes, I couldn't have asked for a better dream. And then underneath is a signature, and underneath that, in printed letters, it says Percival Frederick Stein von Musil Kowalski de Rollo III.
You were a little off, Bell.
No, that's what I said right there.
But above that, or next to that, is a small plaque explaining that it is a clock tower, what it does, and how it, not how it works, but like what you can see and what it can do. What does it say here?
Why would you
Did
need
Percy
to tell time?
invent
Just look at
time?
the sky. Light is daytime. If it's dark, it's nighttime.
Yeah. Percival de Rollo's favorite invention, and one that he dedicated much of the past 2 decades constructing to honor his loyal friends and their sacrifices and the trials they endured together. The clock tower's construction has been it looks like there was a place that was supposed to be has been completed for, and it looks like that has just been obliterated from it. Like it's just been like hammered out, and there's nothing there. Let me see. The tower has this tower has individual movements for most major holidays, including depictions of famous moments and persons from Whitestone's history. The clock tracks the movements of the moons, stars, and spheres. The mechanics of this are truly only understood by our Governor Percival himself.
Do you think this person's greatest dream was that scary ass fucking skeleton up there? That's a bad dream.
No. Actually, him maybe, but they made the skeleton man not alive anymore.
I feel like that's pretty easy though. Skeletons are like bones. Yes.
Yeah, but that skeleton man like cast lots of magic and like made a mountain walk towards the city. So
that's kind of cool.
Right?
As you all are having this conversation, you begin to progress through the northern ward, and you cut through. Actually, on one side, you on your right hand side, you do see a large, sort of what looks to be gated, open field, with several trees. And if you really peer in close, you can see that there's some kind of statue in the center of this field. But a pathway leads down through this gate and this sort of hedged fence. And you see a sign. If anyone would like to investigate what the sign says, you may.
Yeah, I will.
No,
Okay.
Yvain, it's over there. The bakery's that way.
No, I just want to see what that is.
Lord Trinket's private park is emblazoned on a sign next to one of the hedge gates, and you just see several it's basically just a giant dog park. You see several people with what look like pets, dogs, cats. You see one large, what looks to be like wildcat looking thing, that is just playing with a large giant ball and is just being batted around. And you see an orc or a half orc kind of just trundling behind it, trying to keep up. But yeah, it is a public park that is dedicated up to somebody named Trinket.
Can
More
I get a closer look at the statue if I go upwards?
It's about like the entirety of the park is about a football field's
Okay.
width, like about like 2 football fields, like there and there. So it's pretty big. It's like about a 5-minute walk to the center. So it's up to you.
I mean, that seems like a great place to take pastries to.
You
and
know
wander
what?
around.
You're right. You're right. All right.
Yep. Scylla, I'm sorry if this is going to be really weird for me to say, but do you want to like be a dog and go play with the dogs or something? Or
That sounds like a great time. Maybe later.
Oh, we'll come back.
I wonder at the statistics, as we're saying, as we're walking, like once that lady became famous and she had a pet bear, I wonder if like bear maulings like went up in statistics because people were like,
Almost
that
definitely.
bitch got a bear.
almost
I can go
definitely, yeah.
pet a bear. You shouldn't pet bears. I hope you both know that.
Most definitely should not pet
shouldn't
bears. It's a bad idea.
I mean, I'll
But-
pet. I'll pet
curious.
bear. You can
Yeah,
pet bears. It's
I'm
fine.
sure you have, Yvains, because they're like cat-sized to you. They're like 15 of me.
So as
They
you
look
guys
nice. They're not.
as you guys are having this conversation, you are cutting through this sort of like side park, much smaller, like like a corner park. And as you guys are progressing through the city, you notice it seems to be a very kind of quiet, quaint little town. You see people just walking through the streets. The general air of people around here seems to be cheerful, not like in a weird, creepy way, in any kind of like overly happy, like it's a small world after all. Like,
There is no war in Bossing, say.
exactly. No, you're not getting any Bossing Say vibes. It's just the general air of people here seems to be relaxed. You don't even see guards posted at the corners. You see the occasional guard kind of walking through. Most of them are accompanying someone or are like speaking with someone or are just kind of, not relaxing, but just seem to be not really hyper vigilant or something. You get the air that this is just a very kind of peaceful place. So you eventually find yourselves before a small building. There it is, painted sunlight yellow with white fringe trim along the sides. It's got a little overhang that's got white and yellow stripes, as well as a big glass window that's frosted on the outside and says "The Slayer's Cake" in kind of red, somewhat splattery writing. That could be raspberry jam, maybe. Or at least made to look so. And it does have a sign on the door that does say open.
Yes.
Okay, Belle.
Yeah.
Lower your head as we pass through the door.
Why would I do that?
Okay.
Smack.
There are actually 2 doors in this. There's the large door, and then there's also within that door a much smaller door.
Nope, fuck
which
off.
is-
Put me down. I'm going through the little door.
Oh,
which is
okay.
Belbin's size.
Little door.
Belbin, you have
Little door.
never felt more properly sized in your life.
This is amazing. Is this what you guys feel like all the time? Sorry. Scylla, is this what you feel like all the time?
I mean, I don't think I really think about it. I think it's like medium person sized privilege.
So yeah, you head in. Ding, 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 ding. It is you are immediately engulfed with the smell of fresh baked bread, sugar, and vanilla, a little bit of almond, and just all of the different scents of baking, flour. You've got you can feel little kind of crunches of like definitely that flour beneath your feet as you walk through the door. The sun is shining through the window, giving everything a very nice kind of natural light. You see there's a counter with a bunch of glass counter with a bunch of displays in it, which would seem to be the food that is pre-made, as well as there are menus on the side or on the display case that you could look through, as well as a bell. There is no one currently in the shop.
Two
It is still
bells.
around like 11 in the afternoon. And there's no one behind the counter. But there is a little bell on the counter. So ding ding ding. You hear from the back oh, coming. You hear sort of a clanking and a clattering thunk, as you hear things being put down, set aside, moved around. Coming out of the back, kind of wiping his hands on an apron, you see a tiefling. A tiefling male, looks to be in his mid to late teens. Pastel pink skin, jet black shaggy hair that kind of hangs down in front of one eye, and kind of stubby horns that just kind of poke out, just like little ding, just above his kind of like sloppy mop of hair. And he kind of like walks over, wipes his hands off on this black apron. He is in all black, by the way, like completely all black, and kind of just swoops his hair back and says, "Hi, welcome to the Slayer's Cake. How can I help you?"
Did you make all this?
I mean, some of it. I'm currently in training, so like I made. And he kind of like looks down. I made the sun treats, so
Sure.
He points at a sort of what looks to be tree-shaped cookie type thing. It is not well iced or well decorated. You see one that looks to be like the base one, and then you see several that look like they were attempts at that.
Scale of 1 to 10, how good are those, you think?
Like how?
I'm gonna ram it into my face. I don't really care what it looks like, so I'm talking
I
taste here.
mean, personally, I don't think we sell anything that's like under an 8 out of 10, but that's just my opinion.
That's good to know. Do you have a
For the record,
comment card or something?
this kid is stick thin. This
Sure.
kid looks like he hasn't eaten a day in his life.
Sure. Do you guys have comment cards? You need to write to your supervisors that you were doing a great job of selling this, because 8 out of 10 is pretty fucking good. So
Oh, thanks. Yeah, appreciate it.
This is like a spot on impersonation of one of my students, and it's really throwing me off. Like description and everything as well.
The pastel pink skin and black hair. Yeah.
If
no.
they could, they would.
Yeah, no, he seems to be the epitome of the emo kid working at the Sunshine Store. Like,
incredible.
he's the Sunshine Kid working at Hot Topic, but inverted.
Do you got any like cupcakes?
Yeah, we have cupcakes. Absolutely. Yeah, we can do cupcakes.
Yeah,
What's your best flavor?
Oof. I would probably say I like the cookies and Whitestone, but that's my personal favorite. But I know that the Raven's Black Forest cake is real good.
Oh, I'll have one of those.
Yeah, Raven's Black Forest, cool. That's one of those, and he starts marking stuff down. Did you want to look at like a menu or something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, cool. And he pushes one over. So on this menu, besides like a assortment of all the amounts of like cakes and like cupcakes, breakfast pastries, but the key ones that you notice are the sun treats, the trinkets bear claws, the angel food cake, Keyleth's almond bark, and there's a note which may or may not contain actual bark from an almond tree. Terrian's blondies, cream puffs, and profiterolos. Those would seem to be like the highlights of the menu. But you also have the Black Raven's Forest cupcake. You also, and that also comes in a cake. All the cupcakes come in full cakes as well. So, and they do slices.
I
and
need
they do
to
cake.
eat something that could have tree in it.
They also do cake slices. Say what?
I need something that has tree in it.
Okay. So some Aquila's almond bark for sure.
For sure, bear claws.
Claw.
For sure.
For sure. I'm thinking cream puffs, probably.
Okay, cream puffs for sure.
And
Just get as much as you want, Belle. I got it.
great. Sounds good. Silly, you're my favorite. I also want whatever this bacon thing over here is.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That's the grog special.
Yeah, want that one. Actually, speaking of
There, just a heads up, it is filled with more meat. It's kind of like an empanada situation.
that's exactly what I want. Yep. Actually, I want 2 of those. That sounds perfect. Blondies for sure. 3 of your best sun treats. Because I mean, you sold them real well. Sorry, I'm really the only one talking right now. Yvain, is there anything you want? Otherwise, I'll just name everything.
The cupcake, and I guess I'll assist you in eating all of the other things.
That's cute. Add 1 to everything I said.
Gotcha. All right.
Scylla, do you want anything other than your bark?
No, I kind of just want the bark.
Okay,
Maybe a blondie. I'll go with a blondie. Throw that on there. There you go.
right.
So just as a heads up, you guys have surpassed our cost limit, which means we have a system here that if you buy any amount of what's the word I'm looking for? Sorry, I'm like so damn stoned.
I mean, good for you.
If you
Is
buy
stock?
an amount of stock or product, thank you. If you buy an amount of stock or product that is worth 10 gold, anything else you buy is just 10 gold. So the whole thing's just gonna be 10 gold. So
Got it.
Get whatever you
10 gold.
like. Get whatever you like. It's 10 gold.
Amazing. Whatever you recommend, add 2 of those, and then we want that cake.
Gotcha.
I'm just gonna point at a cake.
You point at a it's a green, it looks like it's a small sort of like about maybe about like that size. It is iced green along the sides to look like grass, and then in the center it is a sort of like clear almost like glaze, and as you look into it, it looks like a little pond, and you can see like little fish and stuff. So it looks like a little looks like a pond cake.
Amazing.
And yeah, so yeah, this is our pond pound cake.
Incredible.
Right.
And I feel like Scylla's bird brain from earlier takes over, and she just orders the whole loaf of bread for herself. It's just a loaf of bread.
Cool.
She's just gonna nibble on it.
Did you want Tal'Doran? Did you want the Wildmount, or did you want the Marquesian?
Wildmount, please.
Wildmount bread? Cool.
Yeah.
Their version of Italian. All right. So he packs everything up, and he's got like 2 or 3 boxes, a bag or 2, and just like, all right, that's 10 gold. Yeah, I don't really understand it, but like owners say that if someone's buying that much, they probably need it more than they probably need their money more than they need than we do. So we just cap out at 10 gold. If you spend 10 gold, you can get whatever you want. It's kind of a hack.
Right.
That's pretty
Kind
awesome.
of a hack, I tell my buddies like, dude, get 10 gold together, just come get whatever you want.
I mean,
That's cool.
honestly, that's fair.
It's like
Yeah.
5 years worth of a farmer's like pay, but
I mean, if they have it, if they have that much, then like we probably need it. Yeah.
That's
So,
fair,
yeah,
fair.
is there anything else I could do for you guys?
do you have any drinks?
Yeah,
Like they're about to make a
we
sick
have
smoothie.
we have let me see. We have hot cocoa, we have coffee, we
That
have several different kinds of tea. We also do some mimosas and Bloody Marys.
I would love a tea. That'd be great.
I want hot
If I
chocolate.
eat my bread.
One hot cocoa, Earl Grey tea. Sound okay?
Perfect.
I'll also have a tea.
Earl Grey too, or did you want like green or black or what?
Oh, green.
Green tea? Sounds good.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, you got boba too, so yeah, so you guys totter out of and he hands you a small card that says by the way, my name's Mavnon Rare, if you want to make that note that in the comments. So thanks.
In the
Appreciate
comments.
you. Oops, there.
Sure thing. I will write out the comment card. It says, Amnon was excellent. Helped us find exactly what we needed on our brief trip into Whitestone. Rated all of the goods excessively highly. Made us want to keep buying more and more and more and more and more. Thanks, love, Belbin. And then put it back on the counter.
Love Belbin. 5 stars.
5
Yeah,
stars. Would
thanks.
recommend.
Sweet. Thanks, man. All right. Well, you guys have a wonderful rest of your day.
You too.
Take it easy.
Yeah. Don't hurt yourself.
Nah, dude. I'm fine.
Okay, sounds good. There was just a loud clang when he came in and just.
Oh, no. Just big stuff. It's just heavy, bro. I'm good.
Yeah, I'm well familiar with big stuff. It's kind of horrifying. So
Hell yeah,
Just-
big man.
take care of yourself. See you later.
Later.
Holding all of the things.
I was gonna
Okay,
say-
Belle. Where do you want to go now?
We're gonna go to the park so that Scylla can play with the dogs.
Sounds good.
Right?
Now, okay, I gotta ask. Do you turn into a dog before you get to the park, or do you get to
Yes.
the park and then turn into a dog?
No, I don't let anyone see me turning into a dog.
Okay. Okay. So, what kind of dog does Scylla turn into?
Yeah.
I'm envisioning a white border collie with black paws.
Hmm.
I don't know why. Or like a sheep.
A sheep. A Shiba Inu.
Yeah.
Just a really expressive looking face. I don't know, something with like really floppy. I think like
A
it's a
hound
border
dog.
collie, but it's like a puppy, but like the puppy that has the really big paws that just like,
Oh,
like flop
Floppy
around.
boy. Just a floppy
Yeah.
boy.
Amazing.
Okay. So yeah, Yvain, Belle, you know, packed full of pastries, head into the park, as you know, accompanied by your trotting friend, pet thing, just looking like one hell of a family, out for a picnic. You guys do catch a glance at the statue in the center of the park. It is a large white stone statue of an armor-clad brown bear. Oh my
Can you
god.
see him? Can you tell exactly which one it is?
I'm guessing dead center or like
Yeah,
yeah.
the kid didn't give me their name when I first met them, and they said just call me anything, and so they wore their mask all the time. So that kid's named Mask, and refuses to go by anything else at the school.
That's amazing.
Oh my god, I love that. That's a great way to get a nickname. I don't know, just
For
call me
real.
whatever.
Just call me whatever. That's exactly how he said it too. Just call me whatever. It's okay.
I don't like my name. Just call me whatever. All right, whatever. It's a dad joke on him. So yeah, it is a armor. It is a large, what looks like life size, probably, perhaps a tiny bit exaggerated, because that's a if that's a real life, that's a big fucking bear. Large brown bear covered in armor and just looking very stoic and brave and noble. And under it is a plaque that says Lord Trinket.
Oh, he's probably a good boy.
He's probably eating some people. Probably at
Um,
least 2.
So yeah, you guys find a seat under like a nice little tree and are just everything is so good. Everything is so good. Do me a favor, Yvain. Could you roll a D100 for me?
Oh boy. Don't roll a dragon.
Roll the dragon.
8.
Chroma
8, 8,
Conclave
8.
return.
Let's burn Whitestone to the ground.
92.
I don't like
Okay.
that face.
What does that face mean?
Dragon.
Something I didn't. I wanted to roll for like what are the chances of something like this happening? I said 10% chance. You got the 10%.
Amazing.
As you guys are kind of like midway, almost finished with your meal, Scylla, you have been constantly noticing everyone coming in with their pets and running up to say hi and finding new friends, just being a puppy. Just,
At some point, she does do that. Just the bell. Just does that. You know when puppies don't understand how fast they're going and just barrel into people? She does that on purpose multiple times.
That's fair.
anyone you think has a kind of an icky vibe, you're just like, fuck your knees. Give me them knees. So as you notice, you kind of perk up because you sense a new entrant is here, and you turn to see, and this person looks much different than anyone you've seen. You see an elven woman, long black hair, elegant, looks very elegant, in what looks to be a blue gown-ish thing, but it seems to come kind of crop short at the thighs, and she has blue trousers on under it, as well as a pack, kind of not a pack, but like something slung across her shoulders. And you see her walking very elegantly and very proudly, and by her side she has 2 good-sized bears walking by her side. And she enters in through the front gates. What do you do?
I think I need to make a Scylla stupidity check. As a dog.
Do your thing.
Let's see.
Oh no,
14.
Belle.
What?
We'll see what Scylla does.
Scylla does not barrel into them. But
She doesn't.
no, she got a 14 on her stupidity check. But she does like run up to them and do like the dog, like front paws butt out, like waiting to play.
Oh, so you do run up to them?
Yeah.
Okay, give me.
This is a wild shape, by the way. So Scylla's not even just being stupid. This is just fully her.
Gotcha.
Syll's got
gotcha,
Scylla brain
gotcha.
still. It's worth noting that as we've been sitting here eating, Belle has progressed to eating at an alarming pace. Like it started off normal and it just got faster and faster and faster as everything tasted good.
Yeah.
So like the opposite of anxiety eating. Like yummy eating.
Elle is a vacuum. Okay.
Uh-huh. Do. Okay. So so sorry, what you see, two good sized bears. One immense, the size of that statue. The second one much smaller. But still pretty large. Definitely bigger than you, Scylla, as a dog. But you, sorry, so remind me, do you run up to them and start wagging, or? Okay, so you see immediately the elven woman just kind of smile and kneel down and start kind of giving you pets under the chin. Oh, hello, you're just so cute, aren't you? And she looks over at the smaller bear, and who is just kind of like creeping towards you and kind of, and she says, Charlie, be nice, and kind of gives him a little scritch. And you see the larger bear kind of give a at the smaller one, and the smaller one kind of goes up to you and nuzzles you a little bit in the face, just kind of getting your scent.
Bear friends. Bear friends.
So yeah, Charlie starts to run off, and like you're free to go play with him. But the rest of you watch as this, elegant elven woman begins to kind of just walk a circuit around the park. The large bear just plodding along next to her. She takes it very slow, and the bear seems to be plodding along very slowly next to her. He looks pretty old. But yeah, the day continues.
Did it click in Yvain's brain at any point? Huh, that bear looks a lot like the bear in the statue.
I would say yes.
Huh, got it.
Not a lot of bears in cities. So yeah, you would probably assume, huh, okay. You guys just happen to be there on the day that she walked Trinket.
Rain, who has a pet bear in? Why would you have a pet bear in the city? I don't understand.
Says the one with
Two pet bears.
knowledge of Vox Machina.
Yeah, it's fine.
And
So-
took 2 horses on a skyship.
So
It's
yeah,
fine.
Scylla, I would like you to make an athletics check for me.
Do I use mine or a dog's? I cannot remember.
You know what? Actually, just make a con save and use your Constitution.
Okay. 13.
13. Okay.
Oh god, does this bear hurt me and I become a human?
Bam.
yeah. Charlie just poof, just some big bear paw across the face. No, you are wiped out. Charlie, the little bear cub, not cub, but like the young bear has worn you out with play. He is. You are so tired. And Yvain, Belle, you see Scylla as you guys are kind of finishing up your food. Scylla, you see the dog form of Scylla just kind of plod up to you guys, very tired, panting.
Oh, somebody got all tuckered out, huh?
You have a good time, Zilla. I feel like we're gonna need to do this more often.
Just wags. So yeah, is there anywhere else that you guys would like to go? You guys have the full day. Again, you have until an 11:30 curfew. Is there anything you guys would like to do in town? Anything you'd like to see? Any places you'd like to go exploring?
Scylla goes, hides behind a tree, and then is not a dog anymore. He's very
Still
tired.
just as tired.
Hmm.
Yep.
And even this is going to sound very druid of me, but I need to go see that tree.
I mean, that's fair.
Yeah.
this is a random thing. Mac, I'm pretty sure that Vex's passive perception is like 23.
Uh-huh.
Did you notice me turn back
Priscilla
into-
turning back into a
I
tossing that out there.
if she did, you didn't know.
I don't.
If
I don't
okay, let
care.
me put it this way. Do you think she would have let you realize that she knew?
No.
So if she did see you, like you didn't notice.
My scent is the same though because it was a wild shape. So that bear is now officially Scylla's friend.
Perfect.
Charlie sees you again, he will recognize your scent. That is a fact.
All right, so Silly, you want to go see the big ass tree?
I do.
Yvain, is there anything you want to do?
No.
Cool.
I'll just follow you lot.
Sounds good. I think I want to go to the library.
That was a sentence from Bill. What do you
Yeah.
want to look up?
Well, this is a sentence that makes a lot of sense. I want to go look at the picture books.
I'll
Yeah.
go to the library with you later.
Okay,
You're looking for something particular?
picture books.
Right.
Not super clear on it, but picture books. I feel like there's probably a library in the castle, but I'm not totally sure.
I don't think we can go in the castle.
We're staying in the
I'm
castle.
friends with a member of the royal family now, so
I thought we were staying in like little cottages on the grounds.
I mean, probably, but we have. I'm unclear on the access levels, honestly, because it just kind of kept talking. But I'm pretty sure they said these are residential access, and I don't know what that means. But it was level 2.
We can try.
For now.
I don't know. There's probably a library somewhere in town too. I don't really care either way, but
birds
I
don't
just
understand a whole lot of English, so I missed a lot of that conversation.
Okay.
what's an
As
English?
you guys are heading to the Sun Tree, Dawnfather Square.
Yep.
Okay.
To the
So-
century.
As you all making your way through the city.
You mean downtown? We're making our way downtown.
Yeah, you're making your way downtown, walking fast, faces past, and you're homebound.
Only me is homebound.
I would like you all to roll a d20. Standard d20 roll. No addition.
10.
10,
9.
9,
18.
18. Okay. Now one of you, any one of you,
It's me. I've already accepted it.
yeah, okay. Any one of you, roll a d100.
Alex,
I just assume I lose nose goes. 73.
Okay. Ba-ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba.
Yeah.
Okay. As you head through Dawnfather Square, as you head down through the city streets, you pass by. There are numerous parks, seemingly in Whitestone. There are just a bunch of nice natural places where grass seems to grow and people just seem to be able to go freely and just sit. Some of them have statues in them, others have little benches, some have fountains, and you pass by one with a fountain and you look over. Someone is bathing in the fountain. Not looking for coins, not doing anything. There is an individual, looks to be female, naked as the day she was probably born, sitting in the fountain, just
So we'll slow down.
You ain't gonna like it.
it
You
ain't
see
bad.
this?
She ain't bad. She ain't bad. She bad. Pretty
Oh, no,
fine.
it was-
So am I hallucinating?
maybe.
Unless we're both hallucinating. Bell, break
Happy
the tie.
hallucinations.
Break what tie?
I mean, do you see the fountain lady, or is it just me and Yvain's inherent gayness?
Holy
that
shit!
is
There's somebody
shining
naked
through?
in the fountain over there.
That's 3 for 3.
Why? Okay, there's two options here. Either there's a woman bathing in that fountain, or that kid sold us something that was laced with something.
We can't
We
all be
did just see-
hallucinating the same thing though.
We
That'd be
just saw
crazy.
2 bears in a park.
I'll solve it. What
saying.
are you fucking doing?
You address the woman in the
Yeah.
fountain. She turns. She has long blonde hair, incredibly like kind of pale alabaster skin. And she turns and you see sharp pointed ears and a kind of wide greenish eyes or bluish green eyes, just like that kind of glisten. And she kind of cocks her head at you and says, "Playing. What else would I be doing?"
I mean,
With
that's
no
fair.
clothes on in the public square. That
Look-
seems could be traumatizing for children. Not for me,
She
but
kind of looks
potentially
around.
children.
She kind of looks around. "Oh, I didn't realize I was here.
Where did you think you were?
Mom, I couldn't tell you."
I mean, that's fair.
Do you need clothes? Sure, I have an extra shirt in here somewhere. It might have blood on it.
As you kind of like look into your bag, when you look back, there is just a bunch of bubbles.
Is this
Like
that
instead
dude?
of the person, or
If both of you make a perception check, if Yvain and Bell make a perception check.
This is giving off barrel man energy.
3.
You guys
Thanks.
blinked and she was gone, and now there's just some bubbles where she was. Like something's.
Yeah, we definitely got drug pastries.
Yeah, I think so.
You all hear a sort of like faint giggle, and that seems to kind of bubble away, like a playful one.
Are there what?
You wanna just pretend that didn't happen?
Yeah, Cecilia, you want to go see this big ass tree?
Yeah.
So yeah,
I don't know. I gotta see some titties. That was a good day. Kinda good.
Big old tracts of land.
You got huge
Tracts of land. So yeah, you arrive at Dawnfather Square. No fountains here. Everyone seems to be properly clothed. And Scylla, as the one who's really looking for this, you are awestruck. This is one of, if not the most beautiful trees you have ever seen in your life. As a druid, you feel very connected with nature and all of its denizens, be they flora or fauna. This is something else. The tree's leaves are orange and yellow and red in the classic fall colors, but they seem to glow with a radiance of their own that the sun does not seem to provide. It almost darkens other trees because this one seems to glow with its own ever-present light. The trunk itself is at least 10 to 12 feet in circumference, diameter, I don't know what across. It's at least 12 feet across.
Damn.
It's huge. It towers 5, 6, 7, 10 stories high. Branches stretch out for what feels like a canopy that is about the size of a lord's dining hall. And you feel as if you've stepped into almost the hall of some sort of deity of nature. It's beautiful, to say the least. You're all kind of struck by with similar feelings, but Scylla, it's especially strong for you.
What's like the it's like it has a wall around it nowadays, yeah?
Nope.
From what I'm thinking from let's fuck it.
So it looks like there was some sort of like small kind of wall around it, but it looks like that wall is being kind of fallen into disrepair. It seems that like no one's really bothered to keep it, like it hasn't been necessary to keep it very like, no one's messed with the tree. So the wall kind of wasn't necessary, and it's kind of it looks like it was taller in places, but now it's kind of come down to a low wall that you could honestly just step over, and you see quite a few, you see one or two people like sitting on it, just enjoying the shade of the tree. You see others behind the wall actually sitting among the roots of the tree, just kind of.
Okay, cool. I was gonna ask if it feels social faux pas to go past the wall.
No, not at all. Not at all. People there, you even see a couple, you see like one of the pale guard kind of like standing underneath and kind of staring up at the boughs, and you see him calling up into the trees, and you look up and you see two kids kind of sitting on one of the branches, just swinging their legs and giggling, and you see the pale guard looking extremely stressed out.
That's a big fuck off tree right there.
It very much is.
It's amazing.
I think Scylla's gonna walk up past the gate and like go up to the.
Intrusive thought, expel your decay.
That is the intrusive thought I had.
Scylla.
Roll a
But I
con
think
save,
Scylla-
con save,
I
con
think
save.
Scylla also, I think she also has that intrusive thought, as she's like the inner druid wants to go touch it, and then she's like inch from it, and she's like, and she like puts her hand out, and
Make
just kind of like sits down by the trunk.
make a wisdom save for me.
Against yourself. Mac, random question. The
Sure.
random pale guard that we have seen throughout here, they aren't carrying any weird, like, stick-shaped weapons slung across their backs or anything, are they?
You have not seen a single odd weapon besides like an odd blade here and there, like
Sounds good.
like a falchion or a katana. You do see a host of different weaponry, though. You see,
Sure.
it seems like everyone has their own ability to choose.
Great.
I got a 14.
A 14 wisdom save?
Yeah.
Okay. As your hand is like an inch from the tree, that intrusive thought, just touch it. And your fingertips just brush the bark, and you feel a sort of drain. You feel almost as if the glow from the trees has kind of soaked into your fingertips, and you close your eyes, and it's like sunlight kind of coursing, like kind of like cascading through a window and landing on your skin. It's that feeling of just gentle warmth kind of traveling up your hand. Oh, Jesus. Hold on a second, guys. I'm getting a call. Sorry. So yes, you feel this soft glow crawling up your hands, and it stops at about mid forearm, or midway, like halfway towards your elbow, about where that decay seems to have stopped. And you feel yourself kind of humming internally. and you feel yourself reaching out your other hand to press it on the bark. And now you've got both palms flat against the bark of the tree, and that warm sunlight feeling is filling both of your arms. And it feels almost as if you're being pulled in, like you're being sucked into the tree almost, just like you're slowly kind of almost falling into it. Yvain, Bell, you see Scylla beginning to lean forward, her eyes closed, and you see her hands starting to push into the bark of the tree by her fingertips.
Sarah.
You are not
Sure.
sure what's going on.
Yvain, I think that she's trying to eat her.
Yeah, I think out of instinct, she would just kind of pull her back a little bit.
Okay. You pull her back, and her Scylla, your hands disconnect from the tree, and that feeling of warmth disappears. That warm kind of goosebumps feeling is gone.
You okay?
You good, man?
I feel like
would-
she whips around and she looks fucking furious.
Oh no.
I don't want to yell because it's 12:30, but she's mad.
I'm sorry. Your hands were going into the bark.
Scylla, you look down at your hands. You could swear. Make a perception check. Make an investigation check. Make an investigation check.
Investigation. 13. I'm rolling like shit tonight.
Okay, it's not bad. It's on yourself. You look down, and you can swear that the darkness has crept back towards your wrist a little bit. Just a little. Just ever so slightly. That darkness has crept back a little.
I feel like she's like really confused and is like kind of like swirling with a lot of emotions and doesn't really know how to react. So she just kind of sits on the ground. That's all she's got.
Okay.
Yvain feels like she really fucked up, and so she's just gonna step back and go stand next to Belle.
Conversely, Belle will step forwards and go plop down on the ground next to Scylla and put a hand on your back and pat a little bit and be like, do you like want to go inside of the tree?
And she's like staring at her hands, like Lady Macbeth level, like staring at her hands. And it I don't know. In the moment it felt right. It felt like it was healing something, Belle. Oh, if only momentarily.
Scylla, you've been trying this whole time to place what that feeling was. And it's the same feeling you got the first time you shared an embarrassing secret with Rael. It's the first time that you shared an embarrassing secret with Rael, and she didn't laugh at you, she didn't scorn you or judge you, she just embraced you and accepted you. And that kind of warm butterflies, goosebumps type of feeling is the closest thing that you can equate to how that felt.
felt it felt like it knew who I was, but was still willing to give me some of its light, even if I am shrouded in darkness. I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing, with the tree seemingly wanting to eat me.
I mean, that's fair. I'll swivel around so that I'm sitting like hip to hip almost, but like separate a little bit so we're facing each other.
Mhm.
And I'll hold out my hand and say, "Can I see?"
Yeah, I'll take my glove off and show my hand.
Okay, we'll take her hand, and I'll start casting a cure wounds, but like hold it and not actually like try and heal anything with it, but just like make my hand warm with it and like try and like massage into her forearm a little bit as I'm just sort of like working my way up. I mean, that's good to know that, this is maybe a good thing for you. I'm sure that, just slapping your hands back on the tree is probably going to mean that the magic's gone in this moment, but we can try and find some kind of a signal in the future so that if you're in that kind of thing again, we can let you have your time with it, and then we'll just have Yvain pull you out when, you're about to go face first into it.
I don't know if I really would have responded if you guys had asked me.
No, that's fair. You're not a signal then, but something about it, the way you shifted your demeanor, we can look for that now and know going forward. On my other hand, I'll kind of like gesture over my shoulder to Yvain to like come here.
Yes. She kind of lumbers over and sits down.
I'm sorry. That was it was just a shocking it coming back into myself for a moment.
No, that's perfectly fair.
Yeah.
Figured out a good method.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I was a little concerned for a second there that you were going to like try and have a fist fight with the tree. So,
No, it's just it was nice to feel this is going to sound very bad, but the complete opposite of myself for once. Shocking me is also very bad. I don't know if you know this, but I have like a very strong inner anger. Um, that is, it sits really low, but if you touch it, it's bad.
I mean, I'm pretty sure the last time I saw you surprised, you melted a man's face off. So, we try and avoid that. We
Mhm.
is me
I
in
think
this
that's a
case.
good.
I think Yvain's on board, but like, I
Yeah.
definitely try and avoid that.
Yeah,
I almost melted Evain's face off one time
Yeah, see, that'd be
when
bad.
you got, yeah, when you got kidnapped by that goblin.
Oh, that's right. I wasn't there for that, but I do recall being.
I'm sure I told you about that during our mornings in Amman.
Yeah.
As you are all having this conversation, the sun progresses through the sky, and we are going to take a short little bio break. So, be back here in about like 5-8 minutes, so something around then. Okay,
Okay.
gonna pause the recording. See you guys soon. And welcome back to Whitestone, ladies and gentlemen. The time is around 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and it is a beautiful day here in the Dawnfather Square. As you guys are kind of having this kind of quiet sort of personal moment with each other. One of many that you guys seem to have.
You can never
I
fucking shut up.
who rolled that d20 earlier? That was Alex, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Yvain, Yvain, I would like you to roll a d20, please. Okay. And now I would like a D100 roll. As you are doing that, what is next for you guys? It's around like 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Like I said, you have till around 11:30. 57. Gotcha.
Um,
So, what's next?
Zilla, do you want to like stay here solo for a little bit?
Kind of. I don't want to leave you guys alone in the city, but I feel like I'm gonna stay right in this spot
Okay.
and like be a still statue, and you guys are gonna get really bored really fast.
I mean that's fair. I hate to be the one that's bringing up math, but we're leaving you alone because we're still together. So
Mm. There's guards here. We fine.
okay. I mean, I haven't seen anything other than the weird lady in the fountain as even moderately suspect, and we all know that I am the best at keeping an eye out for that. So
You have a skill.
I'm exceedingly talented in that regard.
And if you need us, you could always try the earring if we're close.
Oh, we have that
Gosh.
and can talk to each other. That's right. I forgot. I gave mine to Lisette for a while, so I feel like I missed out on some phone calls I didn't want to be a part of. So that's fine by
Yeah, you
Some
did.
what
I'm
calls?
jealous.
me. Yeah, exactly.
Ear calls. If you got where are you headed? I don't think I'll stay here for too long. I just kind of want to.
I mean, we could go to the big fuck off half built part of the city and see why it's half built. We could go.
Didn't you want to look at books?
I do want to look at books. I just don't know where the library is because this map has exactly 10 points of interest on it, and none of them are the library. So, I mean, we could ask a guard where the library is. And all
Yeah.
that, but
I can meet you guys at the library in like an hour.
okay.
I'm sure I
Sounds
could
good.
do some studying if we really want to go do that.
I mean, it's more of a perusal kind of thing than like a study session.
Oh no,
I
Belle, you
hope.
can find answers in books sometimes. I know it's not shocking, but
It's not shocking. They move so much slower than somebody just telling you stuff.
And since this is the last time we're going to be on the continent for a while, I should probably write home. I've been putting it off, so I'll do that while we're there.
Yeah, that works. Excuse me. I guess you don't need to walk us there because you do need to get those kids out of the tree, it seems. But could you just point us in the right direction for the library?
By
wherever
this
that
point,
might be?
the children have been retrieved from the tree, and he has just been giving a stern talking to their parents.
you
Well
dumb
then,
fucks.
I will not interrupt the stern talking to.
Now, and he
Bell's an
says,
idiot,
and he
but he
looks
has
back to,
self-preservation.
looks down at the children, and this particular pale guard, human man, blonde, kind of slick back hair, bushy, kind of just bushy mustache, and a small like a beard as well. And he looks down, kind of sternly at the two children who are kind of standing, kind of bashfully at his in front of him with their parents, and he says, "Now, children, what have we learned?" And they kind of look up at him and say in unison, "The sun tree is not a place to play." And he says, "That's right. Now, it's very dangerous, it's very tall, and you could fall off and hurt yourself or somebody else, and nobody wants that. Plus, the Dawn Father won't let the sun rise on naughty children, so we don't want to be living in eternal darkness now, do we?" And the children go, "Ah." All right, run along now. And
This guard
children.
threatening the wrath of God.
The children run off, and the parents apologize profusely and run off after them. I'm sorry. He turns and looks towards you. I'm sorry. Did you need something, citizen?
Yeah. Actually, tourist a little bit more. But so less official business and more helping hand, if you don't mind. We're looking for a library of some sort. If there is one, if not, somebody who might know some history stuff. And as an unrelated venture in that one, places you can buy cool stuff.
Place you can buy cool stuff, eh? Well, let me see. He kind of just thinks and thinks and thinks.
I hope that was a search in your document that just says "cool stuff stores."
Yep, just like
Stores.
I'm looking. I have a list of store names, and I'm just trying to find one that.
The cool stuff emporium.
The emporium of neat things.
God.
The chateau of cool.
Right. So let me see.
Fantasy Costco.
There's the
Fantasy
clean.
Costco.
There's if you're looking for clothes, there's the Clean Chimney clothing store. Let me see. There's the Broken Compass, which is a supplies. Let me see. We've got let me see what could, if you're looking for something let me see, magical in that sort of sense. Let me see. There's the Dark Anvil. That's the only sort of magical shop we've got in town. It's not very large. As far as a library, the largest collection of knowledge in Whitestone is in the castle, of course, the private collection of Master de Rollo. It is a private collection. However, I believe in my time, exceptions have been made for personal friends of the family, as well as do-gooders trying to solve problems, or educators, or men and women of mind. I'm obviously not one, but that is the greatest repository of knowledge that we have in the city.
That's
It
good
is.
to know.
It is very extensive, I will say. But so if you can find a way in, a way to gain access, of course, by the book, of course.
Right, yeah.
It's about level 2 clearance. Does that get you into the to the library?
Oh,
Into the
you're
private
saying at
collection.
the castle.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. That's something I'd have to run up the old ladder. I might ask my captain about that. Do you have like 10, 15 minutes? I could just run and ask him.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
fine. Juvain, do you have a piece of paper real quick?
Yeah, get in bag of holding and pull out some parchment.
Great. I will scribble really quickly onto a piece of paper. Special problem / friend from Sean Gilmore. And I will fold it up and hand it to the guard and be like, that might anybody who wants to can read it. That might be of interest to the people in power. Just as maybe a further
Gilmore.
question for him. Yeah.
He's the one who owns the Dark Anvil, actually.
Is he here?
We're just stalking this man.
I don't believe.
Follow Gilmore.
I don't believe so. He runs
okay.
his business out of Vermont.
Yeah.
But it's a satellite store.
That's fair.
Oh, that's interesting. But you know Gilmore. That's interesting. Right.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I'll see if that helps.
Sure thing. Yeah, we'll wait here. I don't really care. Yeah. I was gonna say we can have him talk to Scylla, but yeah.
All right. I'll just have a trot off. If you'd like to come with me to the barracks, you're more than welcome. If you,
Is it in the same direction as either the Broken Compass or the Dark Anvil?
oh, I believe Broken Compass, Dark Anvil. Right. The Dark Anvil is more toward the castle, while the Broken Compass and the barracks are a little more towards the eastern side.
We'll wait here. That's all right. You'll need to come
Sounds
back to
good.
your post anyway. So
I'll just
thank
have
you.
a trot off, and he armor clanking as he, softly jogs away.
And now Yvain and Bell stand 30 feet away from Scylla without looking at her. Very pointedly.
Scylla's sitting with the tree on her back, and she's like crisscross applesauce, like eyes closed, looking pretty zen, but humming her bee song, and just trying to like connect with whatever energy is in this area.
Very nice, very nice. Make a nature check for me, just in general.
Weirdly enough, I don't think I'm great at those.
Yvain, what's your passive perception?
Probably like 10. Hold on.
Okay.
Yeah, 10.
Okay.
Natural 20.
Hey, very nice. Okay, I'll get back to that. So okay. As you guys are waiting for this guard to return, you see a young man in pale guard uniform, or pale guard colors and uniform, no armor, just the trousers and the purple shirt with a green insignia, and he is sprinting into the Dawnfather Square, and he kind of skids to a halt about maybe 10-15 feet away from you guys, not looking at you guys, just kind of frantically kind of looking around and just kind of glancing, and he's turning around in a circle, like he's just looking frantically for something, and he is gonna roll.
The naked lady.
Okay. He kind of just and just pulls a clump of his hair out and just kind
Oh,
of
sweetie.
sits on the ground.
Oh, how close is he?
About 10-15 feet away from you.
Just kind of wander over. Oh, you're right, lad.
Hi. Physically, for the time being, yes.
Weird way to phrase that.
I might be in a spot of trouble. I've lost something, and it's very
Sure, Armor.
important that I find it quickly.
Whoa, maybe we can keep an eye out.
It's have you seen a shield, large, about, and he gives about that large, shaped, shield shaped, with the crest of Whitestone in gold laid. It's a silver shield, crest of Whitestone, laid in gold on the front, very shiny, new, brand new.
Where did you last have it?
A bar in the Northern Ward.
Yvain actually does chuckle. She's like,
It's my knights. I am a squire, and I stopped. I was getting it polished. It's his brand new shield. He just got it finished, and he wanted me to have it polished up for him. So I went and got it polished, and I just was bringing it back from the armorers, and I stopped just for a bite to eat. I didn't even have a drink. I just stopped for a bite to eat, and then I looked down, and it was gone.
okay, take a breath. Listen, no one's gonna kill you over this. you might get your ass reamed at most. But try and find it by the end of the day. And if you can't, just kind of accept that, you're going to get chewed out.
So chewed out. I might get. You don't know my knight. Make a persuasion check.
Who's your knight?
Talk this tiny man off a ledge.
Fuck. No.
You see
This
him-
man is going further off the ledge.
You see his eyes widen, just like reamed out. I'm gonna get
No,
my
no.
ass reamed. What does that
Yeah.
mean?
Just gonna you might get
I
yelled
mean,
at a bit.
it's something that people enjoy
Yells
sometimes.
at a bit. Have you ever met Sir Barrington?
No.
No.
He's a
Awful name.
bloody horror.
If he's a bloody horror, why didn't he have you clean his clothes?
What?
If he's all bloody, why?
What's
He
your
just-
name,
he just
kid?
puts his head in his hands. I've got to go. Look, I've got to go find it. I've got to go. Has anyone seen? And he just runs off.
Okay,
Like-
by what you did.
But
Okay.
bye.
At this point, the pale guard you had been speaking to trots back and says, so usually I've got sort of an answer for you. I apologize if this is not exactly what you're looking for. Usually, though that access is not granted to guests unless they are personal guests of the Derolos.
Makes sense.
However, that my captain seemed to believe that name might have some weight with the family. So it's the note's been ran up to the castle to the Lord isn't here, unfortunately. He's off on business. But the lady happens to be in town, and it will be passed by her for approval. While he's not in town, his wife and sister usually cover everything. So,
Fair enough.
I believe I shall. If you give me a name, I can have word left at the castle for you.
Belvin, Elderbury. This is Yvain.
Right.
Vein Stoneflower.
The one
Understood.
humming against the tree is Scylla, also part of our group, but decidedly not being bothered right now.
Understood.
Yeah.
Right. All right. I'll have that information. I'll hopefully have that information waiting for you at the gates.
Great.
All right.
Appreciate it.
Well, if there's anything else I can do for you, any directions, any tours you need given,
A post office?
any that's going to be in the southern ward. Just
Here, we have this
by-
map. You want to just like draw a circle on it where this thing
Yeah.
is?
That's going to be right. Yeah, post office right here.
And if you don't mind, just wherever the Dark Anvil and the Broken Compass are, just so we can
And
find our way on our own.
Dark Anvil. Right, yeah. And the Broken Compass is right here.
Lovely.
Right.
Right. You've been an absolute gem. Thank you very much.
Oh, of course, young master. Anything I can do to help the citizens and guests of Whitestone.
Thank you very, very much. Yvain, let's why don't we get you written off first? That way
Okay.
we pass back through here and we can check in on Scylla at that point.
Sounds good.
Oh.
Yep.
Okay, so what's the mission?
Go to post office. Drop off a letter. Then we go where, Belle?
Check on Scylla, make sure she's still sitting under the tree, and then I assume go to the Dark Anvil. And run that by as like a whisper thought into Scylla's ear on the earring, so that we aren't like bugging her if she's still doing her thing. Because I assume that Scylla will want to come to the Gilmore offshoot at some point here.
Yes. I love chefing.
Okay, so make your way to the post office. Make it doing. Drop off a letter. Erica, if you mind, like, if you just want to like shoot me either
Oh
the
yeah,
letter,
I got you something.
you can either send me the letter itself or just send me like some notes. So yeah, you get that sent off, no problem. They have ways of the herd has ways of getting letters to one another. So with that handled, you head back. And which store were you going to first? The Dark Anvil or the Broken Compass?
Actually, I guess we'll check in with Scylla, and if Scylla is still doing her meditative thing, I would say we go to the Broken Compass first, because I'm pretty confident Scylla wants to go to the magic shop.
Gotcha. All right. So the Broken Compass is a standard supply store. It's got everything. It seems to be suspiciously specifically. It's very suspiciously specifically stocked. With everything an adventurer might need. Just very strange. It's got bedrolls, it's got rations in like packs that say rations on them, and it's got how many days it's worth. It's got pitons, climbing equipment. They sell thieves tools for some reason, just completely casually. It's it is literally just open the player's handbook. Whatever you get as a beginner, you can find there.
Amazing. Anything you want here, Ewan?
I don't know. I'm assuming we're probably going to try to pick up some stuff while we're overseas.
Stepping out of Dungeon Master for a second, as a player, this is a hack that I always do for when I'm playing a game. Anytime we go shopping and we ever go to a supply store, I always buy 50 feet of rope every time. So I just am constantly accruing more and more rope because you always need rope. You always need rope, and only having 50 feet per person is just like it's not enough. It's never enough. So I'm just I can just get 50 feet of rope and I just like attach it to the other one.
Well, for some reason, I don't know if it's like the gods speaking to me. I think we need rope.
Okay. I mean, you've got that bag that we can just shove shit into.
Yeah. We'll get some rope.
Okay, let's get some rope.
No, you guys even have a bag of holding. It's even worse.
I think we get an
It's
extra
like a snake pit, just ropes.
I think we get an extra set or two of these tools so that if Scylla breaks hers off in a lock or something, we have more.
Yeah. Good idea.
Yeah.
Do you think we'll need rations? We're going to a jungle after the wedding, so.
Listen, if the wedding doesn't have food, I'm going to be upset. But yeah, we should probably get some rations so that we can eat.
Yeah.
They're so boring though. They're so bad. It's okay.
We're going to Martha's Vineyard. If they don't have lobster rolls, I'm gonna be upset.
And then I'm looking for colored pencils or inks or something, and like a sketchbook of some kind. Like if I need to get cartographer's tools or something to like get the inks, I'll do that. But
you know what? I think that would probably be the let me see. Cartographer's tools.
Does Gilmore sell a never-ending adult coloring book?
Forever and ever and ever and ever.
No, he doesn't. All right.
It's like an etch a sketch, kind of like you turn the page and watch away.
So a pen and an ink pen and a 1 ounce bottle of ink is 10 gold pieces and 2 copper. So it's 10 gold for sorry, not 10 gold. That's ridiculous. Sorry. It's 1 gold piece and 2 copper. For it's 1 gold for an ink bottle and 2 copper pieces for an ink pen. Or a quill. in this case, and there are different colors of ink. However, they do sell a cartographer's kit for I believe it's
Cartographers, 15 gold for a cartographer's.
yes, okay,
kit.
yeah. So yeah, 15 gold for the cartographer's kit, and that has everything in it, plus like a range of colors, plus papers, pens, as well as different shading implements and all that.
Sure.
So it's a little bit cheaper, or not cheap, but you get like a pack.
Let's see here. I know the most exciting thing ever is looking at tool sets. Actually, I'll do calligrapher's tools instead.
Sounds good.
I think. Yeah. Okay. Yvain.
I look at the shopkeep. Don't let him pay for anything.
Oh, understood.
Do you even have 10 gold, Bill?
I have 12.
It's 15, motherfucker.
Calligrapher's is 10.
Oh, calligrapher's is 10. Gotcha.
I have enough
out.
silver to make up to
Cheaping
15,
out.
but oh wait, I have electrum. Why do I have so much? Whatever. I just kind of need to be able to sketch stuff out for what I want. Anyway. Okay. Anything else we need, Yvain?
So,
Hold on.
what kind of rope are you getting? Are you getting hemp or silk?
Hemp.
Hemp. Okay, so it's 1 gold. 50 feet of rope.
Nice. I've got 100 feet now. All right.
Hell yeah. Just gonna go up every single time.
Do you got like ball bearings? Like a bag?
Believe I do. Bag of 1,000. 1 gold piece.
Fantastic. What will that bring us to?
So, that's 10 for the
17.
case. 10 for the case. The rope was 1, 2, 5. Yeah, 17. So
Hand
far.
it over.
Were you getting the thieves' tools as well?
Yes, the thieves' tools and the rations.
Okay, so that is going to be 2 sets of thieves' tools.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, 2 sets of thieves' tools is going to be 30 gold.
Okay.
And how many days worth of rations?
Let's go just 10.
10 days of rations.
Mhm.
So that's going to be 50 silver pieces or 5 gold.
Okay. So what was it? 1735.5?
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's 57.
Amazing.
Hearing the rope thing, I just know now, Mac, that when you play Tears of the Kingdom, the answer to all of your puzzles is going to be Long Bridge. Long
Duh.
Bridge. I'm going to make a
Duh.
really, really big bridge, and I'm going to solve all my problems.
Rope bridge, baby.
Bridge
Chutes and
forever.
ladders can be made with ropes. Can both be made with ropes. And that chutes and ladders are the solutions to every problem. If you can't solve a problem with either a chute or a ladder, fuck out of there. It ain't worth
You're
it.
going to die.
It ain't worth it. Is there anything else I could read off the stuff for you?
I've got
Or-
it up in front of me.
Yeah, I've got like abacus, acid vial, and like ammunition,
Yeah.
amulets, or antitoxin, rods, staffs, wands, backpacks, barrels, bedrolls,
I mean,
block and tackle, buckets, caltrops, clothes, crowbars, totems, staves, hammers, ink,
Yvain, is there anything else here you want?
different kits, magnifying glasses. Here, I'm just gonna send you guys the link that I'm using, that I started using for this. It's in the chat
Inspector
in the
Gadget.
Discord. Boop.
Do-do-do-do-do. Boop,
It's
boop.
in the Discord. Booba doo doo. And unless I think that cost is ridiculous, I'm sticking to this cost. So unless I tell you something's different, it is what it says.
Jesus.
Yeah, like
You know what? Let's go ahead and get a climbing kit. Just cause.
okay.
Why
One
not?
climbing kit. 25 GP. You got pythons, you've got rope, you've got a grapple.
Making all the list. Okay.
All good?
Yeah, I think we're good.
Great. Let's go retrieve our sad tree friend
Yeah.
and go check out some place that sounds crazy sinister, but is ultimately going to be just as fun as Gilmore's.
All right. Belle, I'd like you to roll a d20 for me.
20 roll. Roll. Come on, computer. There we go. 8.
8. Okay. I would like all of you to roll a d20, please.
Yes. 3.
14. Stella, what'd you get?
10.
10. Okay. Belle, make a perception check for me.
Amazing. I think I know what happened, and I'm upset. 11.
Okay. Just making a private roll. Do. Tell me if you see this real quick.
Me?
Anybody? Did anybody see something that I just rolled in chat?
No.
Beautiful.
Okay. You're so sneaky.
So yeah, you go pick up Scylla. And where you're heading to the Dark Anvil next? At the next stop?
What happened during my nat 20 nature check? Just
Oh,
as
you're
a
not 20
question.
nature check. I never got back to that. Thank you. So, as you're sitting in the Dawnfather Square, just kind of quietly meditating under the sun tree, you're singing your little bee song. You feel the warm, you feel like the cold, brisk air of the autumn day start to kind of fade. And you feel like that warmth and glow of the sun just kind of shining on you through the leaves of the trees. And you see a little bee kind of buzz by, and you start singing to it, and it dances along with you before going off to find some flower somewhere. Your mind follows the bee. It's a simple creature. It's not followed or harried by anxieties or trauma or fear. Even most of the time it has a purpose. Just bumbles along on its merry way, collecting the pollen from plants, bringing it back home, turning it into nutrients for him and his family and his compatriots. You wonder if they're capable of those things, though. The anxieties, the fears, the trauma. And you wonder if they are, why they don't seem more scared. And you wonder if maybe that they just accept that that they are the way they are. And they are small in a large world. And their bodies don't make physical sense. They are a miracle. Wings too small to physically carry such a large bulbous body, but they buzz along. Ignorant or confident in the face of such a potentially devastating disability. And you wonder if they just accept, if they are able to fly because they just accept that that's how they are. And it's at that moment that you hear Bell coming through on the earring.
Hello. I want to bother you, but we're gonna go to a crazy fuck off magic shop that Gilmore started. Seems like it might be a good time for you to come with if you like.
Sounds good.
We're coming straight back through the square, so we'll be there in just a minute.
Yeah, you see Yvain walking towards you with Belle slung over her shoulder, as you know, just sitting on her shoulders. So you all reunite and head to the Dark Anvil. Now, you head in. It is a dark shop. And the proprietor is another tiefling individual, dark, deep navy blue skin, with these piercing white eyes, no sclera, no pupil, just solid white eyes. You're not sure if he's blind or not. He has kind of like long curling ram's horns, and he just says, "Whatever is your desire here? Are you looking for anything specific, or are you just shopping around?"
I mean, mostly just shopping around, really. I mean, I can't speak for the other two here, but I'm just kind of looking for stuff.
Something interesting, perhaps.
Yeah, I mean, that
So
sounds
cool.
Yeah.
Right. Well, something along the lines of this. And he pulls out a a cloak. He brings up a cloak. The cloak is let me see if I have a description of it exactly. Okay. It is made of a dark black, like looks like maybe might be midnight blue, sort of velvety felt type material. The inside of it is a sort of dark burgundy-ish, purplish red. It's got it's almost like a shawl in a way, but it's more like a cape with a hooded cape. It's got a tie around the front that's got two strings and then like two kind of soft little pom-pom type things on the end of it, made out of like a grayish fur. The hood of it is also lined with that same kind of light. It's a very small lining of gray fur as well. And there are two kind of triangular protrusions near the top of the hood.
I mean, it certainly looks interesting.
This is well, this is the Cape of Nine Lives. It is a very wondrous item that came into my possession some time ago. It has the fortunate history of being linked with a mischievous cat spirit that, when wearing this cape, will ward you from death. But it only works 9 times, I hear. Or so legend says. I have not tested it.
You get a lot of people who are on the brink of death 9 times often here.
Not exactly, no.
It just seems like a rather high number.
Well, Each time you take damage, that would drop you to 0 hit points. The cape makes you drop to 1 instead.
Yeah.
And if you were targeted effect that would kill you instantaneously without dealing damage, negated. But only works 9 times.
That's sick. It's ugly as hell though, so I'm not wearing that shit.
What do you mean?
I'm not a pom pom kind of girly.
How much
Vasily,
does
you're all, like, dark
something
and
like that
scary.
go for?
This in particular is being sold for 4,000 gold pieces. Who just gagged?
Alexa.
Who just gagged at my prices?
I don't know if you understand like the median cost of living in like here
Well.
versus like how much 4,000 gold is, like even as an adventurer.
It is quite a rare item. I have never seen one of its similar make before.
Yeah, that's pretty
I
cool.
also happen to have this. And he pulls out whoop, I hit a button on my computer. He pulls out a deck of what look to be playing cards.
Oh no, keep the Lord Bell.
It's a deck of illusions. It's fine.
This is a deck of cutting cards.
I don't believe you.
Just, I will allow me to be frank. Paper cuts are nothing to scoff at.
Right.
That's all I can say with
Agreed.
this. This will run 300 gold pieces.
Bell just needs a Cajun accent, and then we got some
Literally,
gambit. action going on.
they're gambit cards. They're gambit cards. They do they're darts. They do 1d4, and they are. After throwing a card, it loses its magic properties and becomes a normal playing card, and cannot do damage. So, basically, yeah, it's got a range of. Yeah, it's 52. It's 52 cards. It's or if you use all of them at
Like
once.
if you just baseball throw the deck at somebody.
no, there is a basically when you take the deck, and attune to it, you basically are like imbued with the knowledge of how to throw cards.
Sure.
Like in a deadly way. You are also imbued with the knowledge that you can you basically know how to do the 52 pickup thing, but
Sure.
make them all go at someone, and that would do, instead of 1d4 damage per card, it would do no wait
12.
yeah it would do 52d4 plus 52.
Amazing.
So yeah, if you roll 52 d4s, but it has to hit, and it has to hit. It takes a check to even aim it, and it's a whole thing.
Amazing.
But yes, 400 gold pieces for the deck. Also, if you'd like something a little less serious, he pulls out a bag. It's just a standard brown bag. This is 10 gold.
Is it a bag?
He opens the bag, reach in, and pull out 1.
Oh, I know.
Okay.
Okay. Belle, you reach in, and from the bag, you pull a kitten. A little tabby kitten with a big head and big eyes, and tiny little toe bean paws, and he's really soft. And he goes, and he looks up at you, and he goes, and kind of nuzzles into your hand a little bit.
I have a weird question for you. Does this thing make horses?
It does not.
Okay, because horses are the only animal we can keep alive for some reason.
He takes the kitten out of your hand and scritches it and then puts it back in the bag.
I mean,
He's living
The,
there,
ba- the
or
bag, the bag, by the way, is about like that big,
sure, yeah.
about the size of a kitten.
I haven't had a cat before, but I'm pretty sure you're not supposed to keep it in a bag.
Ah, well, he opens the bag again, reaches in, brings out a different kitten.
You're definitely not supposed to keep two cats in the same
brings
bag.
out a different kitten, reaches in, brings out a different kitten. He brings out, I think, 7 different kittens from this bag and says, I have not yet found a limit to the number.
Interesting. And they're like real cats.
Oh, yes, of course. They all seem to be perfectly healthy and well fed. So,
guys, I can do that myself. And also, we have Ellie, who is somewhere. I don't know where the
Ellie's dead still, I'm pretty sure.
we never resummoned.
yeah, Ellie
We
got
can
reset
make Ellie
again.
look like a cat.
Ellie got reset again, I think.
Ellie is not having. People like kicking it. It's not my fault.
Yvain, like me,
Weird looking
is
thing.
impressed but also horrified and confused.
Okay, I want the cat bag.
10 gold pieces.
Okay, here you go.
All right.
He's using his 10 out of 12.
He hands over the bag to you.
Amazing.
You can add a bag of kittens to your inventory.
Amazing.
Do we have to like feed them and take care of? Are they okay in there? What?
I have never put in any food or drink, and I've never seen any malnourishment or
There's so many bodies of cats at the back.
it seems to be just
corpses.
fine.
I had a really bad intrusive thought about the cats. And flying on a ship for 10 more days. And Zilla.
Oh no. Oh no. Well, I stacked 10 gold on the counter and go, thank you.
Anything else that catches your eye? And there are, rings, there are swords, there are weaponry. Let me know if you'd like anything in particular, and I'll.
Do they have a cloak of protection?
Cloak of
I've been looking for one of those bitches.
Boop. Cloak of protection. Oh yeah, because your armor class is nowhere near high enough.
I mean,
It's
mine's
not.
not. You got like a ring of protection.
I have a cloak of protection and a ring of protection. Let me see. Do. Okay. The cloak of protection runs 800 gold pieces, and the ring of protection runs 6,000 gold pieces.
What the?
You want a cloak, you mean?
I'll hold off for now. Thank you.
Understood.
If I have, sorry, I'm about to ask you a toddler question. If I have 30 platinum, how much does that equal?
300
300,
gold.
right?
300.
Cool. I'll take the cloak.
The cloak that I mentioned earlier?
No, a protection.
Oh, okay.
The 800 gold one.
Okay, cool. I was just like the cat cloak?
The one that's $4,000? Damn.
Jesus.
No, I'm about to be really broke, but have a +1 to AC. So.
Hey,
Okay, cloak
come
of
join the
protection.
party.
Cloak of protection, take it.
I got 2 gold.
Right.
Oh god, I gotta do math. Okay, I'm gonna get rid of my platinum and add it to my gold and then subtract. Sorry, math.
It's all good, dude. Yvain, anything you were looking for?
Nope.
Bell, anything Pacific?
Sorry, I wasn't paying attention. I was playing with the kitten that was poking its head out of his bag. What?
You like if you reach in and start pulling out kittens, they don't seem to stop. Like you get to 10 and 15 and 16 and
Okay,
like
okay. Back in the bag. Back in the bag
Okay.
we go. Okay.
get them all back in.
Equipment.
Okay, I will ask this once. Do you put your head in?
I mean, if the opening is big enough for my
It
head to fit in,
is.
I will at least face in, and if I
Mhm.
can't see anything, just kind of like keep pulling
Okay.
it to see what happens.
So here's what you see. You see a top-down view
Mhm.
of a how to put this. It looks like an apartment complex. It is a octangular apartment complex that stretches down for what you're probably about maybe 50, 60 stories up in the air. And at the bottom, you see faintly is what looks to like just a lawn of some kind within and in the center is a fountain. On the sides it looks like there are some kind of like trays or something, and just all around this area are just hundreds upon hundreds upon hundreds of kittens.
Amazing.
All kittens, no cats, no cats,
Amazing.
all kittens.
Incredible.
You get there's at least 500, if not more, probably more, most likely more. But they all seem very happy. They all they're like the air is breathable. There's light. It seems like natural sunlight. It looks as if you're kind of in a different like you may have this may be a portal situation.
Nice. Okay.
But yeah.
I like that a lot. Okay. I'm good.
Anything
Sorry.
else I could help you with today?
Did I get the cloak in green? I need to know that.
He waves his
I
hand.
miss.
He waves his hand. It is now.
Thank you. I moved my bird skull over. Do you want the
Fucking
cloak?
Neon
It's
green.
been through a lot.
He just he takes it and it just kind of sucks into his hand and disappears. Thank you very much.
Cool.
Anything
What was your
else
name?
I can help you with today?
What was your name?
Oh.
Just so we know.
Of course, my friend. My name is Zorius. Zorius, of course.
Amazing. Thank you
Of course.
so much. You've been a wonderful help. Do you have any dinner recommendations around here?
Hmm.
A taste of Daldor.
You know what? No, it's not. No. I would have to say,
This Taldor is like Rainforest Cafe in Brazil.
Le Voix de Palais is personally a favorite of mine, but if you're looking for something a little more casual,
Sure. Yeah.
I would go to the Whiskey Hog. That has a nice area air of comfort, if you would like that sort of thing.
Amazing. Thank you so much once again. Unfortunately, we are leaving, I believe, first thing tomorrow, so we will probably not see you again anytime soon. But when we do, we'll make sure, or when we are back in the city, we will make sure we swing through and say hello.
Safe travels, my friends.
Thank you, Zarius.
So, it is about. It's getting to be about like 4 or 5 in the afternoon at this point. Is there anything else that you guys wanted to get done in the city of Whitestone, or would you like to head back to the castle and maybe turn in early for the night?
We need to check back on our library.
Oh, the request.
Permissions.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's up at the castle, so it feels like kind of one of those things that we need to like do when we're done out here.
I got my
Alright.
cloak. I'm happy. You guys got to really catch up on the AC department. Like, Mike, I'm at 19 right now, bitches.
I don't know what an AC is, but
Yeah, I hit real hard, but the trade-off is that I'm fucking huge, so I'm real easy to hit.
see, that's
don't know,
weird
we all
because
just wear
I'm really
clothes,
small, but
and
I'm
I-
just really easy to kick. So
No armor crew.
Yee. And yet I can't kill you. Okay.
Oh, I've rigged my
So-
character.
So, are we heading back to the castle?
Yeah? Yeah,
I guess so.
Yes?
Fish
Okay.
out the coin.
So, what was that?
Fish out the coin. Because we're pretty close.
As you reach into your pocket, Bell, you can't find the coin. In fact, you reach for your you reach back, and the pocket that you had it in has been completely cut away.
Fucking rude.
Do you guys have your coins?
Reach into the bag of holding. Think about the coin.
Yvain, you got it?
Stella?
Mine was like somewhere on like one of my like pockets somewhere on my body under my cloak.
Got it.
It was in my bra.
Mhm.
You're right.
Why do you ask, Belle?
Well, I'll turn around. You see this weird stitch pattern on my ass that doesn't have a pocket on it
Son of a
anymore.
bitch.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
That feels like an issue.
And that is
It
where we will
does.
leave the session for tonight.
All right. We can fix that. That's easy.
You got an issue to deal with. You got a slight hiccup in the plan
Who's got a forgery kit?
for the
Let's make some
evening.
fake currency.
Oh, I'm just seeing a druid with a wild shape left, so
I'm gonna wild shape into a coin. Oh, you're right.
turn you into kit and drop you in the bag, and then
I'm gonna go live out my cat dreams.
Problem
Oh.
solved.
Oh my god. Okay, yeah, so yeah, role play heavy episode today, guys. Belle, sorry, you got unlucky at the end.
oh, as soon as you said roll, I knew that I was losing the coin. Like,
Yeah.
It was, yep. But Yvain and Scylla, you were safe. It's just the smallest one.
oh well.
They were gonna steal from someone covered in bees. I don't think so.
No. I don't go near it. I don't go
I
near
don't
it.
go. I'm not touching the bees. No more they gonna touch the bees.
Yeah. I wish the cat cloak was cheaper, but it's so damn like rare. It's got to be expensive. But man, I want one of you guys to get that shit. It's fun.
Once it's more goth, maybe.
It's literally
it's more
pitch. It's
goth.
like midnight blue.
It's
Black.
dark
Yeah.
as hell.
It was the palm fronds that were like
Hold on. Let me hang on a second. Let me send you what it looks like, because I do have a photo of like an artist representation of what it would look like.
I mean, also none of us have 4K.
yeah.
We
I
collectively
barely
don't have
afforded that
4K.
cloak.
No.
Yeah, I know, but that's what I was saying. It's so rare that I had to make it.
I mean, yeah, it's a 9 charge 4th level spell. Like,
Yeah. So this is. Come on, get out of here. This is what the what it looks like. Put it in the images tab.
Discord.
It's cute.
Skill's not working. I think we're cat ears. I'm so sorry.
Oh my god, I misjudged you all. But
Oh, hey, I
I'm,
think I
I'm
followed
so
this
glad
one.
you got the bag of kittens though.
It's
literally
10 gold.
literally just a it's literally just a bag to a portal that is like the bag is just a portal to kittens. The
So that
item
means we're stealing a kitten from its kitten life every time we reach in the bag.
bag of kittens. This bag is actually an extra dimensional kitten paradise. Its interior is a divinely designed cat condominium that can comfortably house about 1,000 kittens. The bag provides them with as much air, food, and drink as they need, while keeping them young for as long as they stay in the bag. When found, it usually contains about 1,000 kittens. The bag will hold only kittens, unlike lesser bags. The bag of kittens is indestructible.
I'm
Okay,
going in that
That's
bag.
amazing.
Caleb
I'm going in
Widowgas
that bag.
obviously made this thing, right? Like
Yeah,
he,
what?
for sure.
Yeah.
This is Caleb's design.
This is Caleb's bag.
it is Widowgast's bag of kittens. But okay, guys, great session, super roleplay heavy. But if you guys can get back in the castle tomorrow, or we head back on the airwaves over the ocean to a new continent for the first time in this campaign. Someone
I'm not scared at all.
Dylan's going back home,
Yeah.
guys.
I'm not worried.
Scylla
There's
arc.
nothing to be
Scylla
afraid
arc.
of.
Yep, it's time for this. It's about time for the Scylla arc, where we're just getting through that that side mission area.
Man, Eric, I sure am glad that we have fully completed our stuff and we don't have to deal with
yeah.
any of it at
And
all.
nothing will
worry
come
about
back.
it ever
Nothing bad
again.
will ever happen to us again.
Every time I sit down to plan to kind of skeleton out the rest of the campaign, I just feel so guilty for all
I hate that sentence that was just said. I'm gonna erase it from my brain. I'm not gonna think about
okay.
I
it.
feel so guilty because your characters have been through some shit, and I'm nowhere near
No, please
done
put
with
him through
you
more shit.
all.
That's my
Oh yeah,
favorite.
we love
It's
the trauma.
fine. I in the last session prep notes I had for the campaign that I wrapped, I had a section at the bottom that was how to break them, and then I had a list of ways to just ruin everyone's day.
I have a file on my computer that has each of your characters' true backstories, and for each character, lists of weaknesses.
This is Batman's
Weaknesses and character
Batman's list for the
flaws.
Justice
Dead
League.
ass. It is 100% the what is it? The whatever protocol or whatever. Yeah. But yeah, I have what I've noticed your characters will respond to, and what will make them feel bad, and what will make them I am a master manipulator. But
I'm gonna practice some acting for the next few weeks because I need to step up I need to cry on command in the next few weeks.
All right. Well, I'm gonna finish up the recording there. So everyone, let's say bye, YouTube.
Bye bye.